And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. And some room to work. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 51 yards rushing for him now as he has gotten the night off to a hot start. Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice 1st down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? They were able to do that there. Nice pickup on 1st down. From the 22, Jackson. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And incomplete.
Just looking at it from a defensive perspective, when you break the huddle in the red zone, tight end is one of the guys you've got to key on because quarterbacks want the ball in their hands fast in this position, and they want to get it to someone. And in this case, he had the play. They just didn't complete it.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now a handoff running through the middle. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Taking it in from 14 yards out. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying this Super Bowl at 7. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson looking deep downfield. And this will be caught at the 30. And he's going to get this down near the 25. Well, you normally talk about the mobility and the accuracy first, but the arm strength, that's what can turn Russ into danger Russ. Wilson. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. A give to Lynch from the shotgun. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. So not quite a 1st and goal just yet as they come up now 2nd and inches. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 7-7, our score after 1. And we are back and ready to go for the 2nd quarter of the Super Bowl. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis, as always, thrilled to be with you. Thanks for tuning in, everyone. They'll run with Lynch. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Now Blankenship on for the PAT. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Throwing is Jackson. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense if that fell harmlessly to the ground. The throw over the middle, taken in, and brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Jackson will throw again. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. Just a gain of a couple there, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Now it's Jackson. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. And he is going to have a Ravens 1st down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. And they'll run on the inside handoff. He's got room at the 30. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 80 yards rushing for him now in the first half of this Super Bowl. Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. Looking left side, Andrews with it complete. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Andrews, 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying up this Super Bowl. Tucker with the extra point, and we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own. He's got a man, complete. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Here's Wilson to throw. Wide open receiver, complete. His first catch of this Super Bowl, and it'll be good for a 1st down. 2 minutes on the clock in the 2nd quarter of this Super Bowl. Wilson will throw again. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Throwing on 2nd and long. Wilson steps away to the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. And this will be caught by his big wide receiver. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. They're going on 4th down. It's Wilson. Finding Lockett for the catch here on the out route. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. Jackson on 1st down. And that'll be caught by the big tight end, Andrews. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jackson. Yet again, targeting and finding Mark Andrews. And they'll get it all the way up about covers 29 yards. First down. So we've come upon halftime in the big one, the Super Bowl. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in the Super Bowl. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. This offense ready for the first drive of the third quarter. Well, quarters number 1 and 2 entertaining. We saw some good offense points put up, Charles, and all tied on the scoreboard.
And it sets us up for what could be a really fun second half because we've seen both sides score almost at will here in the first half. And now, here in the second half, getting the ball first, you've got to think, hey, we can go out and really run our offense the way we did in the first.
Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And it's picked up by the Ravens. 30, 10, 5, and this is going to be brought back for a Baltimore touchdown. And what we just saw, very, very rare. We only had 5 of those in the first 50 Super Bowls.
The biggest stage, the biggest game, and we just saw it happen again. Extraordinary.
The defense has been good, and they were good again there. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Here's Wilson. And he's got his big tight end here. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Up the middle, it's Lynch. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. So they'll get the yardage on the run and get 15 more for good measure.
Yeah, that wasn't too difficult to spot. You heard the sideline erupting, and the flags came out almost immediately.
They'll roll him out right. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Russell Wilson, a 4-yard touchdown scamper. And the Seahawks are an extra point away from evening this one up. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good, and we are tied at 21. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. We got a brand new ball game, all even after that last touchdown, so every drive now becoming a little more critical here in the second half. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Third quarter, all tied up. This is 2nd and 10. Here's Jackson to throw. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. 4th down, here's Jackson. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They go play action now. Wilson. And he finds Lockett in the end zone. Touchdown, Seattle. 23 yards for the touchdown as they have taken the lead. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown, so now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it, sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Now it's Jackson. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
He finds his man, complete. It's Holt. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he will force his way into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the Super Bowl. And the Ravens are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and we are all tied at 28. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone, and only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. On 1st down, Wilson. Pass incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the 2nd half. That's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit. A lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Tyler Lockett. His 2nd touchdown of the Super Bowl, as his guys have now moved out in front.
Extra point by Blankenship is up and good.
And they will take a 7-point lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone.
And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble to bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Jackson. He finds his man, complete. That's Holt. No gain on the play. And it'll be 2nd down. 1 quarter remains here in the Super Bowl. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Folks, welcome back to the biggest stage in sports, the Super Bowl, and now we get down to the good stuff, the 4th and final quarter.
To throw again is Jackson. there with his third touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying this game here in the fourth. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this fourth quarter. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild fourth quarter. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. And this is going to be intercepted. And the Ravens are going to take possession of the football. They exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, they wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision can get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing down part of the field and bringing those defenders to the ball, and that one was picked off.
Throwing again on second down. Jackson. And he'll go right back to Andrews. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Jackson now. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Again, Jackson. This is caught. And he's brought down. A field goal could get him the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. And they'll run again. And he'll be stopped up short as the tackle is made at about the 3. Calling a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
Well, they made the play there, and I'll guarantee you their coaches and the other players are screaming at them about their pride. Come on, guys. He's already gotten in 3 times. You can't give up a 4th one. And on that play, they were able to make the stop.
And this time he is in. Yes. A great play there with a record 4th Super Bowl touchdown tonight. And the Ravens have broken this deadlock and have taken the lead here in the 4th. Tucker with the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And it's quickly becoming now or never time in the Super Bowl, trailing by 7 here in the 4th. A pivotal moment in this football game. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Off the play fake, here's Wilson. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. He's got a man complete. Past the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. A big play there. 78 yards. And the Seahawks are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter.
This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And they'll have very good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They no longer have the lead after that last touchdown, all tied up in the 4th quarter. And a chance for this offense to mount a potential game-winning drive right here. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Uchenna Nwosu. And the Seahawks are going to take possession of the football. Well, we say it often, Charles, but not all interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in a tie ball game in the fourth quarter.
And Brandon, when games are this close, it usually comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes, and that was one of our mantras back in Tennessee. Coach Murphy used to say all the time, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. You've got to cut those down to give yourself an opportunity.
He lets it fly from Lockett. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And the Ravens are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And the question, can they turn that interception into points? A tie game for the moment in the fourth quarter. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
It's second down and 10.
Now Jackson back into his end zone. And he comes back with one complete. There he goes, right side. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Well, forget about the weapons out wide. He knows he's got another weapon in the backfield of the passing game, Charles, and he utilized him perfectly on that play.
And the offense coordinator showed me something on that play, Brandon, because so often during a game, our cameras find them looking down at their play sheets, and you wonder if they're absorbing anything. He had something specific in mind, and he went to it, and it worked well.
We'll see a return here from the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end, complete. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. And they'll give to Lynch out of the gun. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Now Wilson. He's got his man on the crossing route. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Wilson to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Throwing now is Wilson. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. On a bad time late for a poor throw. It's intercepted. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And this game not quite in hand yet. We'll likely see all 3 timeouts defensively and then reassess where we are. And from the 15, they're able to work this up to the 20 for a pickup of a handful. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. Going for the deep ball. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And the Seahawks are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10.
There's Wilson.
And oh, that one nearly intercepted. That would have sealed it. Instead, it'll be 2nd down.
The way he's throwing the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like happened there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to...
And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker.
And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. So this defense...